We are back. It is Liam Coleman, AKA Mailman Media, coming at you live, Dennisport, Massachusetts. We are currently at Kelley Park. There is a kids summer camp going on right now. Nice laughter from the children. Good energy, good vibes here. I'm gonna make sure to just cruise this thing, fly over the outskirts of the tree line here. Yeah, just have a nice safe flight here. Quick tip, if you are a drone pilot and you're looking for a place to fly, go ahead and plug it into ChatGPT. Literally type in a prompt. Give me a list of locations where I can fly my FPV drone, and then you can make it more specific. I put in, I prefer to not be over water. I would prefer to have open space, and it gave me a list of, you know, some nice parks and fields around me that were perfect. I would also include the proximity of where you are, put in my address, and this park, I scrolled on Google Images, their website, and it looked perfect. I'm here and it still looks perfect. We got 2 baseball fields, a basketball court, a soccer field, huge playground. Make use of AI each and any way you can in today's world. So we are gonna get the drone fired up. We're gonna cruise around in normal mode for a little bit, as we always do. We're gonna scope out the area. We're gonna flip the sticks in the manual mode, and we're gonna do a nice cinematic cruise around the park. I'm very excited for this one, and I hope you guys enjoy the Cape Cod series thus far. Without further ado, let's get the drone and the goggles and the controller in sync, and let's get this thing up in the air, and let's cruise. Turn it on, and we are off. All right, so we're gonna cruise around in normal mode, just like I said. Check out what we got to work with. The wind finally died down today. It was atrocious this whole trip. I'm talking 25 plus wind gusts. So yeah, this looks like a nice park. I'm sure you guys can hear the music behind me. Definitely some good vibes here. And yeah, it looks like this is gonna be a great line here with the trees, with the poles, open fields. Okay, so after checking that out, I'd say we just switch right into manual mode. Let's not waste another second. Fire trucks over here, cool. Power lines, watch out for those. And something you always want to do as an FPV pilot is just scope out the area beforehand. Whether on foot or what I'm doing now, in normal mode, but always know where you're flying, what your highest points are, what you want your flight path to be. All those things are essential to having a nice flight. So here's the basketball court. All right, great. So let's go fly back over here to our home point. Switch this puppy into manual mode and do a nice cinematic cruise. Okay, so normal, sport, manual. Boom. We are in manual now. We have the pitch at 23, which is probably perfect. This flight, we have it in ultra wide, no EIS. So yeah, I'm down to 23% battery. After this flight, I will share my thoughts. So I'm gonna come park it. I don't know if you guys heard me throughout that. I wasn't talking too much here and there, but basically what I wanted to say, what I wanted to share with you all is the battery life on this thing, amazing, great. And I'm sure a lot of old school FPV pilots are, you know, rolling their eyes watching this, or like, you know, because back in the day, you had to get all these crazy parts from foreign locations. It was never easily available, so they had to solder their own stuff. The batteries they use are like, last 4 minutes. I bust this out and it's already got battery life of like 24 minutes. It says 24, that's if you fly, you know, slow in normal mode. If you're flying in full manual mode, ripping the drone, it drains the battery much faster. Pretty obvious, you know, you think of a car, the faster you drive, the more gas it burns. Same thing with the Avata. So I got about 10 minutes there of flight time in manual mode. And basically, another big key factor I wanted to say is once you get to that low battery point, maybe say 25%, the actual power, the actual horsepower, how fast the propellers are turning, weakens. When I was coming down on that dive right there, I could feel that the throttle was not as strong picking up altitude. It wasn't as sensitive. It took a little extra thrust. So that's just something to keep in mind for all you DJI Avata 2 users or any FPV users. The battery, when it gets lower, do not have as much power. So when you are returning to home or near the end of your flight, make sure you take extra precaution always. I wasn't able to get too like in the zone here. One, because I'm not familiar with the area. Two, I'm being extra precautious because all of the kids that are here playing. And number three, I just don't want to crash my drone like I did yesterday. I just cleaned it, made sure everything was in tip-top shape for this flight. So enough of me talking your ear off. Let me find another location for you guys where I can fly this thing. All right, thanks for tuning in. Peace.